Hey VV Nation, welcome to the channel and welcome to the next installment in the VectorVest 7 navigation series. Again, as I say in every video, I hope that you are gaining knowledge about the VectorVest system and the power behind the VectorVest system. This is the third video on the Unisearch tool. I think that these detailed videos are designed to really dive into the power of Unisearch. So this is the third video. I couldn't do it all in one video. It's just that powerful. And this one is specifically going to be on Protrader searches. All right, these are for my technicians. If you're a technical trader and you're out there trying to find the next best stocks or group of stocks for technical trading, then this video is for you. Now, Protrader, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, in order to utilize this part of the VectorVest system, you need to have an additional module called Protrader. But if you are a real-time subscriber, you automatically have it as part of your subscription. Now, if you're not a real-time subscriber, then you need to add it, and it's a one-time lifetime fee on the Protrader. If you want to know what that fee is, give our product support staff a call and they will walk you through it. The last thing I want to do is give out bogus information and then you try to hold me to it. And then if it's the wrong price, you'll be all over me saying, well, Glenn said, I'm not trying to get there. I'm not trying to get there. All right. So let's talk about what we'll cover today's agenda. What is technical analysis? You know, it's interesting that with all of the technical indicators out there, technical analysis is based on only a couple of things. So we'll talk a little bit about that. What is Protrader? Again, Protrader is our technical analysis add-on module. Now, as I said, you need Protrader as an add-on module, or if you have real time, you have it included in your subscription. But you can look at technical graphs without owning Protrader. So I need to put that out there. Protrader is to help you to find the technical stocks, but you can do technical analysis on any stock utilizing technical indicators in the graphs, and there's no additional charge for that. All right. Next, what indicators should I use? Well, there's a lot of indicators out there. We'll talk a little bit about that. How can they help me to make money? Technical indicators are going to be helpful big time because you're timing the trade. You know something? You can get technically in a stock, even in a downtrending market, if the stock meets your technical indicators. What timing signals should I use? We're going to use a different timing signal than we did for the last video. We're going to use something called the DEW timing signal, which I think is ideally suited for technical analysis. And so let's get into it. So I'm going to take me off the screen. Protrader is an add-on module that allows you to run searches based on many popular technical indicators, individually or combined. So I can run something like a MACD along with RSI. I can run them together. I can run them individually. So Protrader gives you that capability. Now, top Protrader searches, moving average crossovers, support and resistance, that's a great one. Stochastics. Now, let me tell you, when you look at technical analysis is based off of two things and two things only: price and volume. When you look at a technical indicator, it's based off of one of those two things. Now, there's a very popular technical indicator called VWAP, which is volume weighted average price. We don't have that in the VectorVest system at this particular point in time, but I know it's something that you guys out there use a lot. But you know something? There's a lot of great traditional technical indicators that do very well for people, and I'm going to show you that pricing and all. I'm going to show you how that all works. Now, do you have to have Protrader to be successful? The answer to that question is no. If you're really not a technical trader, then you don't need Protrader. Remember, this video is for the technicians out there who are trying to hone in on the stocks that are going to have a high probability of going up based on some technical indicators. Now, searches, you know, when you're still looking at searches, you're looking for timing. Conservative, you're looking for confirmed calls. Prudent, you're looking for confirmed calls or the DEW. aggressive, looking at the primary wave and green light buyer. You notice in the last video, I didn't use the primary wave, and I didn't do it for a reason. Primary wave is such a fast indicator that it can change primarily day over day. So yes, it is a timing signal. The more savvy people who are part of the VectorVest community can use the primary wave. The reason why I did not put that into the videos right now is because you're going to make a lot of trades, all right, using the primary wave. Speculative says primary waves. What did we use for the speculative in the last video? The green light buyer. But Protrader is ideally set for the technical trader as well. Now, note, these are suggestions. I am giving you years of experience utilizing these timing signals. So if you've got a better signal that works for you, by all means do so. But these are definitely suggestions to at least keep you on the right side. And remember, folks, this is a process. I want you to learn how to use the process. Do the same thing like we did in the last couple of videos. Use a quick test to count the winners and losers and measure the raw performance. All right, no Q&A, but we're going to get into the software. And from the software, we're still in the Unisearch tool, but we're looking at a folder called Protrader. Now, again, I got to stress this more than once. In order to have this folder, you have to have Protrader as an add-on module, or if you are a real-time subscriber, it is part of your subscription. Now, before we do that, though, there's a couple of technical searches that are in there outside of Protrader. One of them happens to be the near perfect indicator. All right, the MPI setup, looking at moving averages on RT and moving averages on the stop price of the stock. Something else that I do like that's also in the Protrader, which we're going to be in, is Star Search. Star Search is in there. I've got a couple of different editions in my software for Star Search that I use primarily for YouTube. But Star Search is a great technical search looking at the DPO, or the Trending Price Oscillator, and Bollinger Bands. All right, so it is the Star Search that I like. There is the Near Perfect Indicator that I like as well. And there's a couple of others, but I think I wanted to stick primarily to the Protrader folder. Let me put my camera back on. I wanted to stick primarily to the Protrader folder, but I did want to put out there the Near Perfect Indicator is a great technical search to help you to find. So you remember the process, right? The process is to find the first date on your timing signal. In this case, we're going to look at the DEW, find the first case after a down call. We're going to run the search on the first call and test it out a week. Let's go see how the search does over a week's time period. Now remember, in the last video I said if you don't want to leave that much money on the table, then I'm going to tell you to at least wait a minimum of 3 days to run your search to see what searches are doing well over the last 3 days before you put your money into it. All right, let's go to the market timing graph first, because we are looking at the DEW timing signal. Here it is over the last 6 months. The reason why I'm not using the most recent one is because we haven't gotten a down call yet, and we're moving sideways, but I think I could find something possibly in the current time frame to take advantage of. But for the purposes of these videos, I need to use a complete cycle from an up call, which in this case happened on 11/5 of 2024, to the down call that happened on 12/17 of 2024. This is the complete cycle, all right? And what we're going to do is start off on 11/5 to start our test before we start to do a quick test, right? All right, let's go to the Unisearch tool. And again, moving averages is a great way. And I got my date set already for 11/5. All you have to do is click on it, and you can get a calendar, and you can go back in time to wherever you want to set your date. And my date, I went back to November 24th, 11/5, and set that up as my start date. Moving averages are a great way to get in and out of stocks. We have exponential moving averages. We have simple moving averages. You know something? This is outside of what I thought I wanted to do. But a lot of people are going to ask me, what is the difference between the three moving averages? Simple, exponential, and weighted. Let's go do that real quick. I'm going to add a stock, AAPL. Why? Because I like it. All right, and let's go put this on a 6-month graph. All right. And I want to look at adding moving averages to my graph. Now remember, you do not have to have Protrader to add technical analysis to your graph. You do need to have Protrader to search on technical indicators. All right, so I want to add moving averages. This is another question that comes up. How do I add moving averages to my graph? Simply go over to the price box, right click on it, right here, add moving average. We're going to go simple 10. Okay, right click, add moving average. We're going to go exponential 10. Right click, add moving averages. We're going to go to weighted 10. All of them are 10-day look back periods, but they do 3 different things when you're tracking price. I'm going to take off this and this. And I'm going to take off the value. I'm going to take off the stop price. I'm going to leave RT on. All right. So how do I add these to my graph now? Simply click on the boxes. This is simple. This is exponential. And this is weighted. 3 different moving averages. Same time period, but actually 3 different moving averages. I'm going to zoom in. And we're going to start off with the first one, which is the weighted moving average. Notice that it tracks price closer to get you in and out in a faster manner. The next one should be exponential, and it is. I like using exponential because it seems to fit right in between the weighted and the simple. The last one, of course, is the simple moving average. So I think that's a great question. Whether you asked it in this video or not, I thought that it was important enough to help you to understand the difference between the simple, the exponential, and the weighted moving average. The weighted moving average tends to track price closer. All right, it's more weighted on the more recent date. Exponential, the weighting or the power of the moving average gets exponentially more important going out, and the simple is just a simple moving average. To give you a quick story, do you know where moving averages came from? Now, you know I'm prior military. I'm a U.S. Marine. But I learned this from a co-worker that we had here, Drew Sands, and he gave the story that moving averages were used by the Navy to try to pinpoint where the enemy was going. I don't know if you knew that story or not, but you would plot where you are and then use calculations to show where the enemy should pop up, moving averages based upon the movement of the two different ships. All right, so that's a quick story, whether you knew it or not. If you like the story, just type the word story, because I think it gives some historical context behind what moving averages are all about. All right, so now with that said, let's go to the market timing graph. We are going to be looking at the DEW. We gave our time period between 11/5/2024 and 12/17 of 2024 as well. All right, let's go back to the Unisearch. And let's go start off with the 12 and 26. Starting on that 11/5 date, the 12 EMA and the 26 EMA, 26 period EMA. And here you go. EMA, it's price split adjusted. Under operator, you would go to Protrader, and then you could select whatever Protrader indicator you want. Again, you've got to have Protrader in order to do that. And we've got a lot of different technical indicators that you can use. EMA, let's click on the value. The 12-day EMA crossed at the point, let me see, in the past. And you can set up how many days. How many days you want this to cross. In this case, it's just 1 day above the 26-day EMA. Then you can also put here both moving up both moving up. That, I would only use that on smaller moving averages, like a 3 and an 8, finding that both are moving up. The wider you get, like a 50 and a 200, it's going to take a lot for them to both be moving up. You're going to miss a lot of time during that. All right, we'll click on cancel. Price actual greater than $1, average volume greater than 100,000 shares, blah, 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 sorted by VST. We ran the search. Let's do a quick test of the top 10. It's going to take me all the way up to, what's my date that I'm looking at right now? I want to do it for 1 week, right? I want to do it for 1 week to see what they did. Wow, 15%. Good, googly muggly. In 1 week. Wow. All right. Any other moving averages? Let's do the 5 and 10 EMA. Quick test the top 10. 7%. Not nearly as good as the 12 and 26. Let's do the 5 and 10 EMA. I could do a 5 and 10 weighted. Let's set that up. And remember, all of these are going to be in the software once you have Protrader. 7% as well. Wow, the 50 and 150. Now, from a technical indicator, that could show a lot of these stocks. That could show a big move getting ready to happen, right? Let's do a quick test of the top 10. Not nearly as well, and I expect that because those moving averages are wider range moving average looking at a longer time period. I don't think that they would have hit enough for you to go jump on board with. The 50 and the 200, if you're looking for stocks that should run after these two hit, absolutely. Look at that over the last week. You're actually up. For the longer-term investor from a technical standpoint, this is a great search. You know why? Because that's called the Golden Cross. That's called the Golden Cross. And this is something for those people who are looking at technical analysis from a longer-term perspective. The Golden Cross could be setting up really nice for longer-term stocks to hold from a technical standpoint. All right. Let's get down to some of the searches that we have. How about breaking resistance? All right, breaking resistance, quick test top 10 over the last week. Wow, 20.6% in 1 week. Good, googly muggly. I like that. All right, breaking resistance by at least 2%. Stocks that are sitting in a channel, breaking resistance. I'd like to see confirmation and stocks could take off. All right, that's huge. How about DPO and MACD killer crossover? Quick test the top 10. 6%, not bad. Looks like we've got 6 winners, 4 losers. DPO, simple moving average crossover. Let's do a quick test of the top 10. 5%. In 1 week, these technical searches are not doing half bad, but I'm trying to find the big boy. All right, let's go MACD, EMA, killer crossover. Quick test the top 10. 13%. That's the one I really liked, but I'm going to have to go back to this 1226 in a second. MACD, EMA, killer crossover. I did the testing before this, and I think that does the best out of these searches. Quick test the top 10. All right, let's go. Yeah, like I said, I've already done that. Remember, folks, this is just the process. All right, this is just the process. And I asked you in the last video, did you feel confident in the process? And we'll see what the response was. All right, so I'm not going to go through all of these. I will go through Star Search. Star Search, quick test top 10, 3.29. All right, so the one that I liked the most was the DP. What was it? The DPO. Was it MACD? Let's go double click on that again. No, it wasn't that one. It was the MACD and EMA killer crossover in 1 week. Did 13%, 7 winners, 3 losers. I'm going to take this a step further. So that's 1 week up until 11/12, right? Let's change the start date now. 11/12 was the 1 week, right? Let's go. The start date is now going to be 11/12. All right. And we're still going to hold it to, let's go 12/17 was the down call, right? November 12/17 was the down call. Let's run the test. Whoa, 11/12 to 12/17 after we did the test. 72%, but there's a downside here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks that went against you, but holy smokes, did it find you a stock that went? You found 3 baggers here. That's a bag. That's a bag. That's 4 bags. 72% from the technical standpoint. Let's do the same thing for let's do the same thing for that 1226. 1226. We did that, you know, the 11.5. Let's change the date to 11.12. Run it. Let's quick test the top 10. Oof, didn't do nearly as well. So this is why you go, man, that didn't do nearly as well. Let's go back to the MACD EMA killer crossover, 11.12. Oh, I screwed up, right? That's why we go through this. I set it back to 11.5. This is 11.12, 15% after after we made money, or we could have made money in the first week. I liked the search. I ran it again after that week was done, all the way up to the end. 15%, blew the market out the water. 8 winners, 2 losers. 8 winners, 2 losers. That's the process behind trying to find, depending on how you invest in the market, whether it's conservative, whether it's prudent, whether it's aggressive, whether it's speculative, and now whether you're a technician. Now, I'm going to ask the question to the technicians. Does the VectorVest system make it easier to find your technical stocks to help you to make money? Just type the word easier in there. All right, type the word easier in the chat and let me know. Folks, that's going to wrap up this evening's video. Again, if you're sitting on the sidelines, you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, you love to see the power that it presents, consider subscribing. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT, $9.95 for 30-day trial. Folks, when I say that the Unisearch is the most powerful search engine ever created, I ain't whistling Dixie. It'll help each and every investor in the stock market to make money based on the searches that fit your investment style. Having VectorVest with our indicators RV and RS help you to determine the type of investor you truly are, and along with the market timing. It's the full package, all right? It's the full package. If you like the video, hit the like button. Again, if you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We got more videos coming out. We're going to cover all of the tabs in the VectorVest system, every single one, all right? The next one, we're going to start getting into back tester. We have portfolios. We have Protrader. We've got the views. You got the Derby. You got the Watchdog. Oh, yeah. This software has got so much to offer to our subscribers. And this video series walks you through the intricacies of how each and every one of these tabs can help you become a better investor. Thank you for your time this evening, folks. This video is over. And until the next time, see ya.